Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So, we got that fucking Copa del Rey final to talk about real quick. By the way, I know my nose is fucking looking like Rudolph, and I might have to step away for a second to just blow my nose real quick. Bro, I don't know if fucking I'm sick and then allergies are just raw dogging me while I'm fucking sick, or if like I have allergies and just like the sickness is just fucking raw dogging me. But for some reason, I'm fucking having both. I'm dying. Um, but yeah, so let's talk about this Copa del Rey final real quick. So it's not gonna be too long, unfortunately, because obviously we didn't fucking walk away with the win, right? Now, if you guys saw my video, my preview before that, right? And I was I was laughing when I saw the lineup, bro, because if you saw that lineup prediction, right? I said that there's a preferred lineup that I feel like we should play, and then the one that I feel like he was gonna play that was gonna leave us vulnerable. And as soon as I saw the fucking lineup, bro, it was exact, bro. It was the fucking second option. It was the second option because why the fuck now would it not be the second option? So you start. So the center back pairing made sense, right? Rudiger and Asensio, both in great form. Both have been really outstanding all year. Asensio does make some mistakes, but overall, you have to understand it's his first year as a professional on the highest level, right? And considering that, bro, he's been playing out of his fucking mind, right? But then you have the left back and the right back. So first things first, let me start. Let me just get the fast thing out the way. Bro, I've said it over and over and over again. I know I'm not the only one that fucking sees this, right? And I was talking to my boy. He came over to watch the game, and I told him what I wanted to do, right? Like I think we should start, even though we're taking him away from midfield, why we should start Valverde there, right? He was like, "Nah, but you're gonna lose amazing talent in midfield." I understand that, but the thing is, we can make up kind of what we would lose from Valverde in midfield with the players that we have. But we need to do that, bro, in a game like that. Because, bro, like Vasquez does not have the legs to do the things he wants to do on the field, right? And like I said before, bro, like you guys have to understand, this guy is not a natural defender. He's not. He was placed there during the Zidane era when we needed a backup, but he's originally a winger. He's originally a winger. Now, when he was younger, he had the pace, he had the speed and the stamina, primarily the fucking stamina to do what he wants to do attacking wise, but also come back and help on defense. Right? He had that ability. Ancelotti had. He can't do that shit no more. If he's spending all his energy attacking, he's going to get caught out of position going back on defense. Right? Beginning first minutes of the match, that's exactly what happened. Like, yo, look, like 3 or 4 times. That exactly what fucking happened. Right? Sorry. Oh, I'm fucking dying, right? But yeah, so that happened on that side, right? So bad position or bad person for that for the game. It was a bad decision to start Lucas Vasquez on the right, right? Not the left. You guys know how I feel about Ferland Mendy, right? He doesn't have my trust. I don't fully trust him. It's fucking same thing twice. But yeah, I just don't think he has the overall quality to be a Madrid starter every single week. Now, while I do understand that if you're just solely looking at left backs, Ferland Mendy is overall the better option than Fran Garcia. But this is the thing: Ferland Mendy just came back from injury, bro. He just came back from injury. That was his first game. It's not his first game starting. His first game back, like his first fucking game back from injury. He didn't play before this fucking game, so he comes back from a muscle injury and he decides to start him immediately. Right? That's one. The second thing, which I do feel like is more is a technical just a bad decision is that for this Barcelona team, bro, you gotta catch them on the offside because they're going to try to catch you on the offside trap all the fucking game, like all games. So you need people who are just fast in order to try to break that. That's why, like I said in the video prior, even though I would give the slight edge to Furlan Mendy over just in that position overall, we had to play fucking Fran Garcia because he is fucking fast. He's quick as shit. So he would have been able to just open up that flank, bro, and it would have been better. Now, Ferland Mendy, if you guys saw the game, he got re-injured through a fucking muscle injury because why the fuck wouldn't he under those circumstances? And as soon as Frank Garcia came on, it was his speed that made a difference on that side, bro. It was his fucking speed. And the thing that kills me, bro, like I'm some motherfucker from fucking Belleville, New Jersey, dude. If I'm just chilling here on my couch seeing this shit, and I'm seeing it from the fucking TV, and he's there seeing this shit live, like I don't understand how he cannot fucking see this, bro. How can he not see that? Like I don't fucking understand it, right? Believe it or not, that's the only issue we had with the fucking lineup. But the problem is that it's the fucking defense that's been struggling all year. So like I don't understand what the hell has to happen for this guy to just finally decide to make changes. Then Ancelotti is one of the greatest coaches of all time, but everybody has their benefits and their drawbacks, right? Ancelotti's drawback, bro, is that he refuses to fucking rotate people until like yesterday was the earliest I've ever seen him sub somebody out. I forgot what it was, but it was definitely before minute 60 or 70, which is his traditional calling card for it. And honestly, normally it's usually like minute 80 or something, right? And he's also way too loyal to certain players. Like, bro, like you're there to win the fucking match. Like, I understand that you want to save your or you want to keep a good relationship with some players here and there, bro. But your job is to put the best 11 on the field in order to win the competition that you're in and to win that game that you're playing that day. Sorry. And I feel like he just doesn't fucking do it. And he doesn't do it because he doesn't want to hurt the players' feelings. Bro, I could give a shit about these players' feelings, bro. Put if you know what, stroke their egos, bro, if they're out there performing every fucking single day. Every single day. If they're out there performing, stroke their egos as much as you fucking want. But other than that, bro, if they're not performing, take them off the fucking field. Just take them off the fucking field, bro. That Guler was he was fucking amazing, bro. Like he was like that's the type of shit, like that's the type of players that we need when he plays, bro. He's amazing overall, right? Passes, speed, he breaks defense, and even then, there was two times where he was open on the right and no one passed it to him. Now I understand it's initial vision, so I'm not even blaming the players, right? But that's also a lack of playing time with him on the field. Because if let's say they didn't see him, right? If he plays on the field, and he usually plays that way anyway, but if he's constantly on the field with you, right, then you automatically know, like, all right, I'm gonna pass it. Even if I can't physically see him, I see the open space there, and if I pass it there, he might be able to go back and see it. But no, no, two perfectly open shots that would have been for Guler, wasted, right? But yeah, bro, that initial problem with the lineup just threw me off immediately before the fucking match even started. The rest of the lineup surprisingly was not bad. I agree with everything that he did. He went with the two up front, like I thought would have been the better position to go. He started Vinny over Mbappe, which, like I said before, I don't have a problem because between both of them, bro, and Vinny had a banger game. Vinny definitely had a banger game until he got injured. Unfortunately, I did not see how he got injured. Literally during like for like a minute before that and a minute after his injury, the signal completely cut off on fucking ESPN live ESPN Plus where I fucking watch it, right? Just cut off completely. So you hear the commentary, but you didn't see what was happening. So all I know is that he got injured, right? Um, but up until that, man, he was doing shit. And Mbappe came on, and Mbappe was not the same. So out of those two, he was definitely the worst. I still don't think that Rodrigo should have been, subbed off. Um, and they were talking shit about Rodrigo, but the thing is, all three of them are not having great seasons, bro. But you can't sit up there as a pundit who watches this shit and tell me that for the season, as far as it's gone so far, Rodrigo's been the worst one out of the three of them because he hasn't. He's actually been the fucking best out of all three of them. He doesn't have the same goals and numbers as Mbappe and Vinny have, but bro, like the game's about just more than the goals and the assists. The way he flows and the way he interacts with everybody else on the team, Rodrigo gives you more of a threat. He just fucking does. That's literally just fucking the end of it. Like I don't understand it. I don't fucking get it. Now aside from that, overall, man, I told my boy I was like I predicted one of two outcomes. Either a Madrid win 3-2 is gonna be grinded out, right, or a Barcelona runaway. Now I'm very glad it was not a Barcelona runaway win, but at the same time it fucking went 3-2 for the opposite team. So that's bad for us, right? Oh fuck, sorry about that. Um, And the reason why I feel like it's a bigger loss than it actually was is because for us, bro, for us it could have been a season defining game, right? And to me, I believe it could have defined two trophies for us. One, obviously, being the fucking cup that we lost, right? We would have if we won the game, we would have walked away winning the Copa del Rey. That's one less trophy that Barcelona could attain this season, and that's one more trophy added to our cabinet. But the thing is, with our La Liga Clasico still in the way, right, still coming up, and the point gap at that point, assuming we win that being 1 point, Barcelona would if we won, Barcelona would have walked away from it, right? Given the standards that were set at the beginning of the season, it would have felt like more of a loss to them if they lost the Copa del Rey than it would have been to us because at the beginning of the season we were expected to win fucking everything, right? Everything, and Barcelona were expected to at least struggle for at least one more season under Hansi Flick. Like that's the general thinking about things. So I feel like Barcelona being so overly dominant for the entirety of the season and just overcoming all type of negative expectations of them, if they reach the final in the way that they've been playing all season, and then they just fucking got the rug tugged from underneath them, I think it would have really hit their morale, right? So they would have walked away from the game with an L. right? Then we walk away knowing that we can beat them, even though they spanked us the rest of the season. Like, all right, like it's fucking winnable. We clearly just fucking won. It's winnable to go out there and just win the league, and just beat them in the last game we have against them in the league. And then hopefully there's a few more games after that where they could drop one fucking point. And then it's completely in our hands. So I feel like because of those things and mostly just like the mental state that they would have been in, it was a must-win game for us. Like I said, not for the Copa del Rey, but for the league. Sorry. Oh, God, fucking allergies, bro. Allergies with the sickness. Oh, wow. One of those two. Um, but yeah, bro. Yeah, I mean, as far as on the field, man, the formation helped out. Bellingham, you could see he was a lot more involved with the game. You could see him; he was definitely a lot more of a threat, being in that center attacking mid role, where he could just come in between the two strikers and just prey upon the fucking the goalie and the defenders. So it was just overall, man. It was just a sad game to fucking lose, man. It was a sad game to lose. Um, and aside from the people who I mentioned before, man, like I can't really name a negative performance. Um, Geez, sorry about a sneeze. Valverde to me again very easily the man of the match, not for the score sheets, not for anything else, but just for if you watch the game for everything he contributed on the field, bro. Like he was constantly going back to recover balls on defense while Vasquez was still there, so he was doing that shit anyway. So why not just fucking start him in that position to begin with, right? But yeah, man. Overall, it's the beginning of the end of the season. We want to word it that way, and it's not fucking looking good for us. Barcelona's still on the hunt for all three fucking teams, right? If they win the treble, to be the third time in their history. I still think we have the more impressive feat going back to back to back on the Champions League, considering no one has gone back to back since the format changed, and no one's gone back to back to back since I believe Ajax in the 19 in the 70s. It was either Ajax or Bayern. Both of them did it, if I'm not mistaken, in the 70s, but it was one of those two who went back to back to back. So I think it's more impressive, but bro, it's fucking annoying, bro. It's fucking annoying. How can the best team in the world overall not be able to fight for three major trophies for 125 seasons almost? It's annoying, and it's more annoying because Barcelona have done it already twice, and they're, bro. Like, I thought Inter had a very good chance of beating them. Obviously, if you guys kept up with Inter, they're not doing so good right now, while Barcelona's on a high. So my thoughts about them fucking, about how that tie was gonna go are changing, and obviously they already have one down the line. All they have to do is not fuck up the league. Even if they lose to us, bro, they just can't fuck up the rest of the fucking games, and then they win the league. Their destiny is right now is fully in their hands, and unfortunately, bro, it's not Xavi on the sidelines. It's Hansi Flick, and it's a bitch to say, and it fucking hurts because I hate Barcelona, bro. But right now, they're looking unstoppable. They're looking like they're going to very easily go and attain the treble for the third time in their history. Um, but yeah, man. Overall, like I said, I'm sorry the video was a little fucking weird. I'm not feeling that well. But what do you guys think of the game? How were the performances? How was the lineup? Just overall, bro. Like honestly, like what do you guys think about the season going on as a Madrid fan? Because to me, it's been like one of the most disappointing seasons I could ever remember. And it's not even because the results were crazy bad. Like we're not like sixth, seventh in the league. It's just because the expectations were so fucking high going into the season, and just constantly being frustrated by the decisions that the coach is making when it comes to just starting lineups and shit like that, bro. Like I just don't understand it. And that's to me those are the two things that are just making the season so fucking frustrating. Oh, and before we cut the video off, um it looks like Ancelotti's finally gonna just go to Brazil. And to be honest, I think that's a very that's a great step. I'd be the first one to admit I was included when I thought he'd be good for staying for just one more season because he's such a good person to deal with egos and personalities, right? So I was like, all right, Mbappe coming in, it'd be good to have him for one season. I was fucking wrong. I was wrong up the wazoo. It looks like with these players, bro, you need to be hard. You need to be like nurturing to some fucking degree. But at that point, they're also past that age, right? When Ancelotti came in and Vinny was struggling, Vinny was young. He just went through a very bad season, especially with everyone remember the thing with Benzema, right? So Ancelotti came in. He was the perfect coach for that. He was nurturing. That's what he needed. Right now, bro, these players need a coach who just goes there and takes shit from nobody and just fucking kicks him in the ass. So to be honest, I hope Xabi Alonso comes in. It just changes the whole fucking philosophy that the players have right now. Because more often than not this season, bro, it's felt like, and it sucks to say, bro, but it feels like these players have gotten too comfortable by just being Madrid. Like, it's like they know that they're Real Madrid. right? They've done miracle like our club has done miracles before in the past, and it sometimes feels like when they take the field, that's all they think is gonna happen. Like we're gonna automatically win at the end of the day because we're Real Madrid. It's not gonna fucking work like that, bro. It's not. And we just need a new coach to come in and just fucking change the mentality of everybody in that fucking locker room, bro. But yeah, so like I was saying before, what are your thoughts on the season? Drop it down in the comments. Any hot takes for the sport? Drop them now. We'll make videos about that too. We get a little discussion community going on. And if anything, who do you guys think should be the next coach of Madrid? I saw an article that made me pretty happy, saying that Jurgen Klopp is going to take over. He's the only one that would want to take over instead of Xabi Alonso. But I don't see that happening really. It would just he'd be a good plus for me. But who do you guys think should be the coach? But yeah, guys, let me know. Catch you guys on the next one. Latest.